Assalamualaikum, Madam. Can we start our webinar? Yes, okay. Thank you, Madam. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and good morning, everyone. How are you today? I hope everyone in a good condition. My name is Asmida binti Ghazali as your moderator in our webinar today. I'm student from Bachelor Sports Science. Before we start our webinar, let me introduce our panel today. The first panel is Miss Nafizah as Director Academy of Research and Sports Science. How are you, Miss Nafizah?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good today and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, Miss Nafizah. We move to panel 2. We also have a teacher from psychology, sports science. It's teacher Anis. How your condition, teacher Anis? It's everything okay?
Yes, everything is okay, hopefully, and thank you for having me.
Thank you, teacher Anis. The last person is Miss Sharina, National Athlete as panel 3. Where are you there, Miss Sharina?
Hello, hi everyone. Okay, now I'm on my break from any trading. So now I'm at my hometown, Johor Bahru.
Thank you, Miss Sharina. In our webinar, we will to talk about mental health in sport. I think our panel is already to talk about the topic. So, without wasting time, let me explain to us about sport. The definition of sport and recreation. If we talk about sport and recreation, what you guys understand about sport and recreation? What would like I say about sport and recreation is spend time with family and friends to do some activities either outdoor or indoor. For example, like exercise, jogging, swimming, cycling, and others. Sport and recreation is important to our life. Why I like to say like that? Because nowadays people are always take easy about the benefit of the sport and recreation in their life. This means they always wasting their time to do any kind of job that do not give any profit for them, such as playing a video game, searching media social, smoking, watching a movie or drama, and others. In the meantime, their unhealthy routine lifestyle, such as eating late night and eating irregularly, also can give a bad effect to their body, like and obesity. In addition, some people they do not have enough time to do any sport because they are too busy with study or their work until get depressed, and also the problem of mental health. Many factors can cause mental problem such as heredity, environment, financial and family problem, lack of communication, and others. As we know, mental health are always controlling our emotion, thinking, feeling, and reaction in our life. So that's why mental health is important to us. To get more explanation about mental health in sport, let ask our panel today. So, I want to ask panel 1, Miss Nafizah as Director, Academy of Research and Sports Science. In your opinion, can we provide a great benefit by playing sport, especially in terms of the mental health? Miss Nafizah, are you there?
Is it here?
Yes.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers and moderators for inviting me to this online webinar. which is today we will discuss about Health Awareness Month of the Mental Health in Sport. So based on the question from the moderator about can we provide a great benefit by playing sport, especially for the mental health. Okay, before that, we all know that there are many benefits when we join and take part in the sport activities. It is not only give us many benefit for our physical, but it's also give us benefit for our mental health. So, in my opinion, when we join any sport, for sure we can provide a good physical and our mental health. However, like our moderator said, due to the modern life now that use a lot of internal energy and also our brain to work, there are some employees does not have time to participate in sport activities. So because of that, it causes a lot of health problems to their body, especially for their mental especially for their mental, which is it will make them easy to feel stress at work and also at home. However, this does not only happen to the employees, but it also happens to everyone, such as students and parents. Therefore, the involvement in various sport activities can solve all the health problems that they have to face it. At the same time, by participating in various sport activities, it is also considered as an initial step for us to control ourselves from various dangerous diseases such as depression, high blood pressure, diabetes, and heart disease. Why I say that is because when we do any sport activities, a lot of our toxins in the body can be removed if we are consistent in doing it. Other than that, this sport activity also is very helpful for those who have been suffering from the disease to recover as usual. In the meantime, community involvement in sport activity is also able to deal with mental tension and relieve mental burden that they feel. So it is undeniable that by joining the sport activities, each of us will be able to improve our health mentally and physically. In other words, involvement in sports will bring various benefits to the society, and I am strongly recommend for you guys to participate in all types of sports so that we can produce a health society in our country, such as badminton, bowling, football, hockey, futsal, and others. Even so, if we are the type of person that is easy to feel bored when do the sport activities, so we can use the technology that we have today to make our activities more fun, such as listening the song when we do the sports. So that's all from me. Hopefully, it can answer the question from our moderator.
Thank you, Miss Nafizah, for your explanation. I agree with Miss Nafizah said that sport activities is able to deal with mental tension and release mental burden that someone feel. So we move the next question for panel 2. Why we play sport? There must be something that can affect us in terms of our safety, mental, for example, playing outdoor or indoor sport. So I have a question to ask Teacher Anis as a psychology sport teacher. Can Teacher Anis explain to us, does the environment or as atmosphere during sport is important to our mental health, and why there are need for a sport psychologist?
Okay, let's proceed. Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself first. You can call me Teacher Anis and I'm a psychology teacher. And also thank you for the next question, Miss Asmida. Okay, for the question, as we know when we doing sport activities, of course we will get most benefit from it. But sometimes people will ask, what are disadvantages of sports? Maybe this is also playing in the minds of participant now. But the bad will happen if you abuse it. That's why we need to understand the risks and benefits while playing sport, especially now during the pandemic season. That we need to take precautions. Like this verse, all that's good in this world, if you abuse it, of course, it will lead to harm us. For example, um, most sport use a lot of energy. If a person has heart disease or high blood pressure, if he does sport beyond his ability, he will get harm. In fact, can cause death. As well as environment, during we play sport, like a student, if they always stay indoor in a long period of time, either doing homework or doing another task, they will face pressure, right? It because they did not get a calm and fresh atmosphere. Actually, mental health is very related to physical activity of ourselves. To improve our physical self, sport is crucial for our mental health through the secretion of hormones such as dopamine, that a compound present in the body that we can reduce depression, improve mood, and crucially, we improve our self-esteem. Exercise in the great outdoors, improve our physical and mental health, and globally improve our quality of life. And did you know that just looking at the nature, it can lower our blood pressure and also reduce stress. So outdoor sports are the best step to maintain our mental health and reduce psychological illness. And also outdoor exercise can help our respiratory flow. If we doing indoors exercise, the airflow not too good, which can affect our body and mental health. But it does not prevent a person from playing indoor sport, because sometimes some activities can be done inside a room or building that do not require a large space, such as basketball, volleyball table, tennis, and other than that. Maybe you can manage your time, you can do outdoor sport. If you have so many works to do, you can do indoor sports. As well as a sport athlete, for example, a volleyball athlete, they do not necessarily train in the court only. They also need to do outdoor activities to refresh their bodies and minds. So the atmosphere during sport will affect to some extent to our minds. Okay, for the role of psychology teachers, or we can call coach, we focus on psychological factors can help and influence athlete performance, including motivation, focus, mental resilience, attention, and concentration, especially how to deal with anxiety. It because low performance anxiety is one the most common mental health disorder athlete experience. So moderate levels of anxiety can be beneficial and can improve athlete performance. Also, at the recreational level, sport psychologists would be guiding the fitness needs of their athletes. That would focus on planning, educating, and encouraging. This is important for athletes, especially before and during competition. With that, sports psychologists will implement psychology skill training to help athletes elevate their performance to a higher standard. That's all explanation from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Teacher Anis, for your explanation and advice to us. Alright, now we can understand that outdoor sport or activities can give us many benefits than doing outdoor sport, especially for students to release stress, and also the athlete to reduce anxiety. For me as student, I also prefer to do outdoor sport because it can give a good vibe for me, especially when I have many assignments to prepare. So and also now I know that an athlete need a psychology sport, a psychology sport and support them in various methods, especially with involve their mental health. Now we proceed to the next question. Is Penetri still with us in our webinar?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you Penetri for your response. Miss Sharina, as we know, athletes often carry a larger than life personally in public eyes. They are regarded modern day various life large than life persona in public eyes. They are regarded modern day various competitor who bravely push past obstacle and adversity in the pursuit of victory. But don't we forget the athletes are human too. So I would like to ask our panel three, Miss Sharina, as a national athlete. Can you tell us about mental health condition throughout our career as an athlete, the factor of affect your mental health, and what do you do to help our mental health?
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all of you today. I want to say thank you to our moderator, Miss Asmida, for the introduction, and I really appreciate it. First of all, I would like to introduce myself first. Okay, my name is Nur Sharina binti Japri. I'm a long jumper Malaysian athlete. It's great to be speaking with all of you today. So basically, based on the questions from the moderator, my sharing today is about my experience regarding my mental health during my journey as a professional long jumper athlete, the factors that contribute, and how do I do to help my mental health back to normal. Okay, I may had a hugely successful career as a professional long jump athlete, but my sporting achievements were not enough to keep depression away. I was diagnosed with clinical depression by a team psychologist in 2019. Okay, throughout my depression journey as an athlete, I felt like a total failure. I felt like I can't stay healthy enough to perform. So I'm not doing my job. I started to get into a lot of negative thought patterns. I felt extremely isolated from my friends and family because I couldn't explain to them what was I feeling. Okay, I had no idea what was wrong with me. So I believe the factors that affect my mental health is the pressures of overtraining, pressures from the coaches, performance expectations, and injury that contribute to my mental illness. But while it may seem scary, what do I do to help my mental health back to normal? Is there are small steps that I take to help my mental health. Firstly, what do I do is I talk to my family or teammates or coaches or support staff and someone who I feel comfortable sharing what's happening to me. Okay, secondly, what do I do is I make an appointment with a therapist or trusted medical professional to help me identify sources of stress and manage my symptoms. Okay, last but not least, I create self-care plan for myself to make sure I'm setting aside time from training, academics, and pressures of daily life to do something for myself each day, such as meditate, take a walk, and listen to music. So that things I think help me a lot to heal. So praise be to Allah, I'm now fully recovered. And I think that's all from me. I'll give back to our Miss Moderator. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Sharina, for the sharing. It's very amazing to know how she struggled to help her mental health to come back to normal, and Alhamdulillah now you are in a good healthy condition. So in conclusion, many benefit we can get if we do sport and recreation activities in life, especially to our body and mental health. In other words, it's not only provide good mental health, but also can improve our body so that we'll be always in a good condition. Indeed, a sport will provide many benefits to the individual, communities, and nation. So, sport activity should be joined to the all generation, no matter how old they are. Unfortunately, we are already in the end of the webinar. So, if anyone have any question to ask our panel, about this topic, we are feel free to answer our question. You can open our mic or write a question at the chat box. So I think we have one question. The question is, in your opinion, what a kind of sport that is given the title king of the sport, and why that sport was called by king of sport? Any panel feel free to answer this question.
Based on the questions, let me answer. In your opinion, what kind of sport that is given the title king of the sport, and why that sport was calling by the king of sport? Okay, I think the king is maybe football. Because why? Um, the games is very well known, and every time the game is start, everyone can um, uh, come to the stadium and give their support to the teams. Okay, that's for me.
Thank you, Miss Sharina, for the answer. So I think that's all from our group. Thank you.
Alright, thank you ladies for your presentation. Good job. So we're going to proceed with the next presentation. Thank you everyone.